My name is Phil, and I have medically controlled post-traumatic epilepsy. I'm taking one more step towards living a fuller life by sailing the oceans of the world. Follow the Sail for Epilepsy voyage, and I invite you to consider, is there something you can do that you haven't done before, with the necessary guardrails in place? We're heading across the Atlantic. I couldn't do it without the crew. There's 5 of us in total, and I want to just briefly introduce the crew to you. The other 4 crew are Lauren, Rudi, Emily, and Greg, and I'll leave them to tell you about themselves.
Hi, my name is Lauren. I work with Phil at Sail for Epilepsy as a web developer. I do a lot with the social media, and I'm fortunate that I get to go sailing on this voyage. I've done a little bit of sailing in my past, but it's been mostly tall ships. So I've sailed with Phil on Cepheus, which started my education on this kind of sailing. My favorite food, I would say, is probably chocolate. That's the first thing that came to mind. Unfortunately, it causes me to stay awake when I don't want to be, and on this trip we have to be able to sleep whenever possible. So we just had breakfast chocolate, and I have to abstain when the crew is having midnight chocolate. Favorite music? Right now, I'd probably say I'm looking forward to the Arcade Fire concert that I'm going to be going to in November. What I'm most looking forward to about this voyage would have to be night sailing. It's something that people, even if they do a lot of sailing, may not often do. So last night we had calm seas, we had the sails down, there was a few of us relaxing on the foredeck, and before the moon rose, all the stars were out. So we all took the opportunity to relax and enjoy them with the moonrise.
Hello, my name is Rudi and I joined this expedition as first mate. I think my role is to support everyone, but especially the captain as well, because there's a lot on his plate, and you know, keep an eye open that it's going to be a safe and good experience for everyone, and I'm still, you know, defining that role as we go. I've been sailing since a youth. We had a boat back in the days which we took to cruise in the Baltic, the North Sea, and the Dutch and German waters. Well, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity to do something special. Having this challenge at every level, physical, mental, and really you don't know what you get out of it, and that is part of the charm as well. But it will be good either way. I do like steak. I'm a real carnivore. I have been listening to electronic dance music for many years now. I think around, you know, the late 90s, early 2000s. The Dutch started founding that field, and they're quite dominating. Think about DJ Chesto, Armin van Buuren, so I still like that. I haven't been to South America, and as you know, we got a boat, the Kalui, and that was built by and designed. It was designed by German friars in Argentina, Buenos Aires. So my wish would be to go to South America, including to Buenos Aires, and visit friars.
So my name is Emily Walsh-Martin, and let's see here. My sailing history is that I grew up sailing on a lake in Kentucky with my dad on a Hobie Cat, a much smaller catamaran. And then I gave up sailing for quite some time and joined it again when I met my husband in Boston, and we raced Solings in Boston Harbor. The reason I'm here for this cruise is that I've always wanted to do open water, although I don't think it was ever on my list to do this much open water. And so I thought about it a lot when Greg said he'd received an email from Phil, and basically decided that it was, you know, this team and the strengths of this team that made this the perfect opportunity to give this a shot and try to contribute. So my role on the boat is medic. So I took an offshore medical emergency medicine course, and I helped to assemble the medical kit for the boat, and also help with the provisioning. I like to tell people that I probably could have been a chemist had it not been for my love of 80s music and all the 80s lyrics that got sort of stuffed into my neurons that displaced, learning chemistry as well as I could have. So I think I'd say sushi, but also we're just very cuisine focused. So I love Korean food, I love Turkish food, love Thai food, kind of equal opportunity. So when my dad and I used to go sailing on the lake, he was a little bit of a thrill seeker, and he would have me basically climb up onto the boom, in strong wind, lay myself into the mainsail, and we would sail that way with me sort of surfing the boom across the lake.
My name is Greg Martin. I've been